Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching Super 6 on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal, and this evening, over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be focusing on what's happening in Tamil Nadu. The NDA bloc firmed up, with the AIADMK clearly going to be leading the front in the upcoming elections in Tamil Nadu. But there's one big question over Vijay, who started, of course, the Tamil Nadu-Karagam. There are questions about whether he's going to be joining this alliance and therefore making it a DMK versus rest battle in the upcoming 2026 elections. The reason this is being talked about now is Home Minister Amit Shah dropping a hint, saying there's still time for the elections in Tamil Nadu, hinting that there's still time for Vijay to go ahead and join the alliance. Is that something that Vijay is considering? Remember, he's making his electoral debut in the 2026 elections. So we're going to be talking about that and much more. Let's begin with the headlines. Student gang raped at Kolkata Law College. Survivor brutalized for rejecting marriage proposal. BJP claims Trinamool link. 3 accused taken to custody. RSS General Secretary's big statement. Top RSS Neta triggers Samvidhan debate, asks should socialist secular be dropped? Congress hits out, says RSS and BJP anti-constitution. Suspense continues over NDA TVK team up. Home Minister Shah refuses to clarify on speculation, says there's still a lot of time for the elections in Tamil Nadu. Karnataka Congress swings into damage control mode after one of its ministers sensationally hints at a cabinet rejig and a leadership change on the cards. Both CM Siddaramaiah and Home Minister Parameshwara rush to play down rumours of rift. Relief for Jagan Reddy. Andhra Pradesh High Court grants interim relief to the former Chief Minister in the case of death of a party supporter during his political rally. External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar hits out at Congress over emergency, says Indira never expressed regret for emergency, recounts Congress's emergency excesses. One of the biggest talking points in the upcoming elections in Tamil Nadu, which is slated to happen in April 2026, is what will be the impact of superstar Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay, who is now, of course, a politician with the Tamil Nadu-Karagam, a party that he's founded. His last film is set to release in a few months from now, and then after that, he's only a politician, a full-fledged neta, a full-fledged politician who's all set to make his electoral debut in the 2026 elections. Now, so far, Vijay has refused to align with any of the existing parties. In his speeches, he said he's against the DMK, and largely his criticism has been against the DMK, making it clear there's no question of a tie-up on that front. But what about the AIADMK? There have been a lot of experts who have opined that Vijay hasn't been as harsh on the AIADMK as he has been on the DMK. Is that perhaps an attempt to go ahead and ensure that he has an option of an alliance open? He's been critical, however, of the BJP too. But the reason there's all of this debate is because Home Minister Amit Shah now, in an interview, has, when asked about Vijay and whether he's going to be joining the alliance, essentially refused to put off all the speculation. Instead said that, look, there's a lot of time for the elections in Tamil Nadu, indicating that maybe Vijay could come on board. Let's get your details in our report first, and then we'll discuss this in detail.
Tamil Nadu is many months away from assembly elections, but the political heat is already soaring. There's speculation on whether Tamil superstar and Tamil Nadu-Karagam President Vijay will join the AIADMK-led NDA in the state. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has not yet cleared the air over the rumours, keeping everyone guessing. In an interview to Daily Tanti, Shah said there's still time for elections to decide on an alliance with Vijay. Rumours of Vijay joining NDA gained momentum after Shah announced an alliance with the AIADMK in April. Both the AIADMK and BJP have urged like-minded parties to come together ahead of polls. Earlier, Vijay had referred to the BJP as TVK's ideological opponent and DMK as his party's political adversary.
The நாட்டையே பாடுபடுத்துற பிளவுவாத அரசியல் செய்றவங்க தான் தமிழக வெற்றி கழகத்தோட ஒரே முழு முதல் கொள்கை எதிரி, ideological enemy. அடுத்து திராவிட மாடல்னு சொல்லிக்கிட்டு தந்தை பெரியார் பேரறிஞர் அண்ணா பேரை வச்சு தமிழ்நாட்டை சுரண்டி கொள்ளையடிக்கிற ஒரு குடும்ப சுயநல கூட்டம் தான் நம்மளோட அடுத்த எதிரி, அரசியல் எதிரி, பொலிட்டிக்கல் எனிமி.
With Vijay not revealing his game plan, the suspense on his future is only building. With Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let me take this across to Anika Keshav, who's joining us live from Chennai. Anika, you've been speaking to political leaders from each side. What do they have to say? Is there an active attempt by the AIADMK, the BJP, to reach out to Vijay right now?
Well, Akshita, in fact, the BJP's High Command will try and reach out to Vijay because there's still a year more for elections. So all attempts will be made. In fact, the BJP senior leader Tamil Nadu also confirmed to us saying that the BJP's High Command in Delhi will do all that it can to bring Vijay to the NDA's fold. But will that really happen? That's the big question, because there are a lot of bumps along the way. Because even TVK's Vijay, he's also eyeing for the chief ministerial position. And even in the NDA's fold, it's likely that either EPS or Sengotian might eye for the chief minister's position. So since there is a problem of plenty, it remains to be seen whether Vijay, if at all he joins the NDA clan, will he really accept to take over the secondary position like either a deputy or a position below that. That's highly unlikely. So, there are a lot of bumps, for the TVK-NDA's alliance. And even in the past, like we mentioned, Vijay has made it amply clear that BJP is its ideological enemy, whereas DMK is its political enemy. So several attempts of clarity has been made by the TVK that it will be facing the elections alone and it will not really be siding with any party. But anything can really happen in elections. There's still a year more. If at all Vijay does decide to side with NDA, there are a lot of loose ends for the NDA clan to clear out, trying to paint a clearer picture of who exactly will be the chief ministerial candidate if at all Vijay does join NDA.
It's very clearly going to be a challenge for any sort of negotiations to happen, considering that even Amit Shah right now has made it clear that the CM will be from the AIADMK, though he stopped short of really taking a name. Is that something Vijay will be on board with? Because reportedly, that's one bargain, that's one issue that he's not willing to bargain on. But let's bring in our panelists on this broadcast from the Tamaraga Vetri Karagam, Vijay's party. We've got Veera Vigneshwaran joining us on this broadcast. Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK is with us. We also have R.K. Upadhyay, senior journalist. Thank you all very much for your time. Good evening, gentlemen. Veera Vigneshwaran, I'll begin with you. Let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Is the TVK open to any alliances, sir?
More than 10 months for elections. After January, February, the alliance will be formed throughout the history. So this is very premature stage, first thing. At the same time, on the statement given by a Home Minister, Honorable Home Minister, is not acceptable by TVK, because our leader, Vetri Thalapathy, clearly stated that even in our first state conference at Vikravandi, BJP is our ideological enemy. We never allied with communal forces, divisive forces. The Tamil Nadu people never accept this kind of divisive politics. So we never aligned with BJP. DMK and BJP are two sides of the single fake coin.
You're not referring to AIADMK, sir. So are you open to an alliance then with AIADMK? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
AIADMK already have aligned with BJP. So this is practically impractical. So the question is not arise. So already AIADMK is aligned with BJP. So there is no arise of question.
Okay.
Our point is very clear. We are a follower of Tandai Periyar, Kamarajar, strongly backed by socialism and secular ideologies. So never aligned with BJP. The person who aligned with BJP also not acceptable for alliance.
Okay, anyone with the BJP is something you're not willing to compromise on. But let's see, you're saying there's 10 months to go. 10 months is a long time. Most importantly also because in politics, in my experience, you see a lot of these stands also change. So we'll see whether, you go soft on your stands against the BJP or for that matter, the DMK. Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK is also joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Kovai Satyan, would you like this scenario of, everyone joining hands together to take on the DMK? That becomes a DMK versus rest battle in Tamil Nadu.
I would say it's too early to draw speculations and draw hypotheses. Who is with whom? Who is going to do what? It's too early. Let's not do this coalition media trial. Still, time is there. And let Mr. Vijay successfully complete his movie project. The movie launch is scheduled. And probably he'll take a month or two to get into the active politics on the ground. So give him some breather time to decide his course of action. As far as the climate, political climate is concerned, 2026, the stage is set for EPS Edappadi K. Palaniswamy to be sworn in as a chief minister. And he is the one who is heading the alliance, and BJP had come to our fold. This is what the scenario at the moment. And there are rift, there are cracks, there are speculations rife at DMK camps, because the parties who are in ally with DMK now have started to seek attention with respect to the seat sharing scenarios. So the political climate and dynamics are fast changing. You certainly can't say that this is what will be the certainty at this moment.
No certainty, I agree with you, but I'm asking, you're saying that Edappadi Palaniswamy would be the chief minister next year. What's the strategy to do that? Is it to get all parties together so that you have one united front against the DMK? Is that the strategy?
The strategy is our leader is not willing to leave any stone unturned, even if they have a vote bank of 50 or 100 or 150. Let me tell you, nowhere in the history, any party in Tamil Nadu has formed the government for the third consecutive time, except our founder leader from 77 to 87. In 2021, when we sought the mandate for the third time, we lost it with 2 lakh votes, just 2 lakh votes. 45 constituencies we lost with a mere 2 lakh and 16,000 votes. If we had taken 2 lakh votes, we would have been on the government right now. So having learned that lesson, our leader ensures that no votes are split in favor of the DMK. So there will be a grand ally. Definitely it is going to be the winning ally. And the stage is all set for Edappadi K. Palaniswamy for 2026 in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, let me bring in R.K. Upadhyay also on this broadcast. Mr. R.K. Upadhyay, do you think that ideal scenario, the BJP and the AIADMK will want to get Vijay on board? And if they do, how does it really pose as an advantage to them in the election?
I think it is absolutely necessary for BJP and AIADMK to get TVK also on board, because without Vijay, they will, miss that spark which is not there in this alliance. They have tried earlier, they have been together earlier in Lok Sabha elections and all that, but I think the missing link is, somebody who can give a spark, and that is what Vijay brings to this alliance. And I think this leadership issue is really the contentious one. And that's the reason why I think Amit Shah, the other day when he was in Madurai, also said, DMK, AIADMK will form the government, but he left the chief minister's post, unnamed.
Yeah, he
so
didn't name
I think the effort will be on to bring Vijay on. But I don't know if the party keeps on saying that we'll not have anything to do with, a communal party. We are ideologically opposed and all that. It will not work. If they're interested in an alliance, I think they need to move towards a more centrist view. See, they should all realize that the DMK is a formidable force. And they really blanked out all other parties in the last Lok Sabha elections. So if they have to win this election, there has to be a proper alliance of all the like-minded parties and working together. Palaniswamy, we have seen that, he has tried earlier and he has failed. And Annamalai was totally against having any alliance with the AIADMK. And that's the reason why I think he has been moved out. So we don't know what role he's going to play in Tamil Nadu.
No, but also, Mr. Upadhyay, do you think that if there is this kind of an alliance that's formed, even Vijay tends to benefit? He is someone who's a newcomer in politics. Yes, a superstar, but a newcomer in politics. Some have succeeded, some haven't. Do you think that he too benefits if he is in an alliance? Many, of course, draw that comparison between him and Pawan Kalyan, saying he could learn a thing or two.
Obviously, I think he needs an alliance. See, he's a newcomer and he doesn't know the ropes of politics. He has the popularity and he has the backing of a section of people. I mean, I would say a considerable section. So he can only add to the alliance strength. I don't think he'll be able to win on his own. So he's not far from winning on his own. He's not a Jayalalitha in the making. So he needs to understand that right now it is time for an alliance. Working with other leaders who have more experience. So otherwise, they'll be splitting the votes, which will only benefit the DMK. And we also know that the situation not so good for the BJP alliance, because all this issues of language issue and then the delimitation issues has come up in a very
Yeah.
big way, and Tamil Nadu is in the forefront of that.
No, so, Mr. Veera Vigneswaran, circling back to you, for the TVK, and I know you have said that, ideologically we will not align with the BJP, we will not align with the DMK. So what is Vijay's strategy here? Surely, you're not just looking at this election to be a vote cutter factor. What is the TVK strategy in sealing a win in your electoral debut?
Vetri Talabadi will repeat the result of 1977 of Puratchi Thalaivar MGR. Talabadi will defeat the family rule looting in Tamil Nadu for past 4 years, from drugs, illicit alcohol, crime against women, worst law and order, and only drama is going on in DMK government. The people of Tamil Nadu is heavily angry on drama rule by DMK. They want the family, the looting family out of power. So, yeah, from 1 or 2 months, Dalapati will be going to a look and corner of the Tamil Nadu.
But let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference. You're comparing Vijay to MGR. MGR was already in politics. He was part of the DMK before going ahead and starting the AIADMK. Vijay is a newcomer in politics, sir.
We have an inspiration from Puratchi Thalaivar MGR, whose fight against this family looting. So same cause, Talabadi came to politics and unseat this family looting in Tamil Nadu.
No, the cause is fine. The cause is fine. How do you plan on actually ensuring a win? Do you need an alliance to ensure that you can actually create a dent?
Wait and see, madam. The many classes between within DMK alliance itself. So not you say that DMK versus rest. Not DMK have already alliance with 10 parties. They have already many classes. The CPM P. Sanmugam and VCK President Talmuthaluvavan. Daily basis, they have raised voices against the DMK government. So there are many problems within the DMK alliance also. We will form a alliance with secular parties and unseat this family rule.
From what you're saying, Mr. Veera Vigneswaran, you're pretty much saying what the AIADMK also maintains here, that the DMK alliance is in shambles, that there are differences. I see a lot of similarities in what both of you are talking about. Mr. Kovai Satyan, if it comes down to this, and the reason I'm making up the situation is because we've seen that there are differences between the AIADMK and BJP, most recently over the Murugan event as well. So keeping that in mind, is this alliance proving to be costly for the AIADMK? That otherwise, if perhaps the AIADMK and BJP weren't together, you would have had an opportunity of allying with Vijay.
Well, everybody in the political scenario knows that no party are ideologically the same. They have to be ideologically different. That's why we are AIADMK and they are BJP. If we were to be ideologically the same, why do we have a different party name? So alliance is a marriage of convenience. It is based on the challenges that lies ahead. So TVK has got an ideology of itself and they are taking baby steps in the Tamil Nadu political scenario, and you have to give them time so that their positioning gets well with the minds of the people. Then it makes sense for you to ask them, where are they leaning to? Are they going to all out by themselves or they have to lean on somebody else? So having said that, the DMK is strong and their ally is strong, and the opposition need a stronger ally to counter them is a far statement. That bubble is busted long back. And what the present scenario is, with the high level of anti-incumbency in Tamil Nadu because of the misgovernance and mismanagement of
Mr.
incompetent MK Stalin, the stage is all set.
The DMK is a very, very powerful force in Tamil Nadu. To think otherwise would mean that, the AIADMK isn't opening its eyes to the reality in Tamil Nadu. Look at the 2024 election results as well.
Ma'am, 2024, it is AIADMK which shown an increase in vote share from 2019 to 2024, wherein the vote share of DMK declined by 6%. No media is talking about it. Let's talk numbers if we want to talk data and numbers. DMK slumped from 33 to 26.75, wherein AIADMK shot up from 18 to 21.4, having fought the elections all by ourselves with no ally in 2024. That's a clear signal that the winds of fortune have changed in favor of AIADMK headed alliance. It is no more DMK, and there is no thought process that DMK is stronger. The dynasty rule in the name of democracy is costing big for DMK because people have realized and they have understood that they are being cheated with the false and fake promises of DMK. The law and order is collapsed. It's in shambles. The safety of women and children is questionable, and they are living in fear in Tamil Nadu. There is a free flowing of drugs. Tamil Nadu will soon become the drug state of India.
No, I agree
that is the
there
scenario
is,
right now.
I agree that there is anti-incumbency in this state, but to say that the DMK is not strong in Tamil Nadu, I tend to question that. Mr. Veera Vigneshwaran, you wanted to make a point quickly.
One thing is, brother Kovai Satyan says ideology is different to everybody. At the same time, Tamil Nadu people never accept these divisive forces. From 2001, 2021, the persons who aligned with this communal BJP are defeated by Tamil Nadu people. I kindly remind this to my beloved brother. So ideology also important when we get a vote from the people, to get the confidence of the people, persons who make a violence on the lines of religion at Madurai. They already procession at Madurai few months back, and now giving a religious color to politics. They make a very communal sentence day by day.
Okay.
So how can we say that we can align with communal forces, get the people's mandate? So history is not say that. History is repeatedly say the persons who are aligned with the except 1998 and 1999, two elections, two is MP election. Other than that, the persons who align with BJP are heavily defeated by Tamil Nadu people.
You know, the sense I get. Okay, so Veera Vigneshwaran says, the BJP simply cannot taste any success in Tamil Nadu. Mr. R.K. Upadhyaya, to me, listening to Mr. Veera Vigneshwaran, it seems that the TVK's doors here are completely closed for the BJP. You see constant hints being dropped by BJP leaders, by AIADMK leaders too, but this doesn't seem to be a probability listening to Mr. Vigneshwaran.
Now, Akshata, I think the most important point is for the BJP to improve its credibility and acceptability among the Tamil Nadu people. It is very low as of now. Let's not forget that since 1967, there has not been a single national party which has won elections in Tamil Nadu. So it's been, either the DMK or the AIADMK government. So that is the reality which the BJP has to accept. And as of now, the BJP is not really acceptable to the people of Tamil Nadu. It has to prove that it is not, against Tamil. I mean, imposition of Hindi is still feared by the people of Tamil Nadu. And then I think on this issue of delimitation, they have to make things very clear. I mean, it's all shrouded in mystery. Why is that the settled government has not come out with a clear-cut plan as to what is going to happen once the delimitation?
The idea, I think, from the central government on that is very clear, Mr. Upadhyaya, that they don't see it having an impact in this election. The whole process itself could take a bit of time, so I don't see it really happening before the 2026 elections, which is why perhaps they're trying to kind of push the issue right now.
The debate has already started, and Amit Shah is only saying that the southern states will not lose a single seat. But he's not talking about how many seats the northern states will, get.
No, I agree. There's a lot of ambiguity there, and it has become a poll issue in Tamil Nadu. So perhaps the BJP will inevitably have to come out and clarify on that. But absolutely. I just want to, I'll just quickly come across to you. I just want to play out for our viewers a couple of statements that have come in from Vijay in the last few months against the BJP, against the DMK, not so much against the AIADMK. Listen into this.
இங்க நீங்க தான் இப்படினா அங்க அவங்க யாரு உங்க சீக்ரெட் ஓனர் அவங்க உங்களுக்கு மேல மாண்புமிகு திரு மோடிஜி அவர்களே தமிழ்நாட்டில இருந்து வர ஜிஎஸ்டியே கரெக்ட்டா வாங்கிக்கிறீங்க ஆனா தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு பட்ஜெட்ல நிதி ஒதுக்க மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. இங்க படிக்கிற நம்ம பிள்ளைங்களோட படிப்புக்கு நிதி ஒதுக்க மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. டீலிமிட்டேஷன் என்ற பேர்ல தமிழ்நாட்டோட பார்லிமெண்ட் சீட்ஸ்லயும் கை வைக்க பாக்குறீங்க. தமிழ்நாட்டை கொஞ்சம் கேர்ஃபுல்லா ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுங்க சார். ஏன்னா தமிழ்நாடு பல பேருக்கு தண்ணி காட்டின ஸ்டேட் சார், பல பேருக்கு தண்ணி காட்டின ஸ்டேட் சார். பார்த்து செய்யுங்க சார், மறந்துடாதீங்க சார். அரசியல்னா என்னங்க? ஒவ்வொரு குடும்பமும் நல்லா வாழணும்னு நினைக்கிறது அரசியலா? இல்ல ஒரே ஒரு குடும்பம் மட்டும்? மாண்புமிகு திரு முத்துவேல் கருணாநிதி ஸ்டாலின் அவர்களே, காட்சிக்கு திராவிடம், ஆட்சிக்கு திராவிட மாடல்னு தின மக்கள் பிரச்சனைகளை மடைமாற்றி மக்கள் விரோத ஆட்சியை மன்னராட்சி போன்று நடத்துற இவங்க ஒன்றியத்துல பாஜக ஆட்சியை ஒரு பாசிச ஆட்சின்னு அடிக்கடி அறைகூவல் விடுத்துவிட்டு நீங்க பண்ற ஆட்சி மட்டும் என்னவா? அதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் கூட குறைவில்லாத அதே பாசிச ஆட்சி தானே. அடுத்த வருஷம் இதுவரைக்கும் தமிழ்நாடு சந்திக்காத ஒரு வித்தியாசமான ஒரு தேர்தலை சந்திக்கும். ரெண்டு பேருக்கு நடுவுல தான் போட்டியே. ஒன்னு டிவிகே, இன்னொன்னு டிஎம்கே. அதான் நம்ம அரசியல் இனிமையும் கொள்கை இனிமையும். ரெண்டு பேரும் என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னா, ரெண்டு பேரும் பேசி வச்சுக்கிட்டு இந்த செட்டிங்லாம் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிட்டு மாற்றி சோஷியல் மீடியாவில் ஹேஷ்டாக் போட்டு விளையாட்டுருக்கிறாங்க. இங்கே என்ன நடந்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கு? அதாவது இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் அடிச்சுக்கிற மாதிரி அடிச்சுப்பாங்களாம். வாட் ப்ரோ, இட்ஸ் வெரி ராங் ப்ரோ. இந்த கல்விக்கான நிதியை நம்மளுடைய மாநில அரசுக்கு கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்களாம். இந்த எல்கேஜி யூகேஜி பசங்க சண்டை போட்டுப்பாங்க தெரியுமா? கொடுக்க வேண்டியது அவங்களோட கடமை, இங்கே இவங்க வாங்க வேண்டியது இவங்களுடைய உரிமை. ஆனால் இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் இங்கே எவ்வளோ சீரியஸாக ஒரு பிரச்சனை ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் அதாங்க நம்ம பாசிசமும் நம்ம பாயாசமும்.
So Vijay, there in the series of comments suggests that there's some sort of understanding between the DMK and the BJP. The BJP now is in alliance with an AIADMK. So I'm trying to wrap my head around really what the equation is according to Mr. Vijay in Tamil Nadu. But Kovai Satyan, you had a point to make.
See, please understand that TVK is a political startup and they have a long road ahead, and their learnings will teach them the course of action. It's too early to caution them saying that this is not how it works in politics. And we are not here to teach somebody who has newly formed the party and who is a new incumbent in the political arena. Having said that, anybody with a political acumen will say that Tamil Nadu is a swing door policy state. 5 years of this side and 5 years of that side, it's the Dravidian party which will call the shots. And anybody who comes inside will definitely invoke the name of our leader Porchi Talevar, because that's what they aspire to be in public life. He is a magnum opus personality.
Fine,
for
yeah.
anybody who wishes to be in politics has to take his name to find a space in politics. But the 2026 scenario will not going to give you mixed results how it is being predicted. Why? Because when 2 months later Vijay comes into the field, he will understand the people expectations are totally different with respect to governance and government, for which TVK as a party cannot take the entire burden on their shoulders to deliver results, because they might not have the infrastructure and bandwidth to deliver. That's what the stark reality that they will face after they hit the ground after 2 months of time.
So is that an
So
invite,
having said
Mr.
that,
Kovai Satyan?
anybody with political acumen will know that a Dravidian major is the one who will be able to meet up with their expectations. If that were to be the point that TVK comes to, their only option will be AIADMK, not DMK, because nobody will align with somebody who is a dynast.
So Mr. Satyan, is that an invite then from the AIADMK? Because there have been multiple statements like yours from the AIADMK to Vijay.
No, all I'm saying is this is what is the ground reality.
Okay.
I'm not extending any invitation because it is Mr. Vijay who has to decide on his party's behalf, on his cadre's behalf.
Okay. My final question to the TVK, to Mr. Veera Vigneshwaran is the issue here not really about ideology, about any of those issues, sir, but rather about who will be the CM face? And for Vijay, in an alliance of AIADMK and BJP, where it's been made very clear that the CM face will be from AIADMK. There have been, of course, clear statements that it's been Edappadi Palaniswamy, not so much from Home Minister Amit Shah this time, but the indication is very clear. Is that the deal breaker? Is that why Vijay is not willing to go in with an alliance?
One thing is very clear. From first conference at Vikramandi, our Talabar really said that we will form a alliance who's accept the leadership of our leader Vetri Talavar Talabadi. Talabadi will be a CM of Tamil Nadu at 2026 to unseat this family looting Tamil Nadu. At the same time, ideology also very, very important because I already say the history, except 1998, 1999, Tamil Nadu people always reject these communal forces. From the CAA, Tamil language, one nation, one election, delimitation, fiscal federalism of Tamil Nadu was heavily affected due to this BJP's act. So, Tamil sentiments was ignored by BJP. If you align with BJP, you also have you also face the anger of Tamil people. Okay. So, brother,
so you're saying very clearly that there's no question of any sort of alliance right now with the AIADMK because they're with the BJP. The BJP and DMK seems to be the primary opponent, enemy rather, of the TVK, going by what Mr. Veera Vigneshwaran. Sure, Mr. Upadhyay, quickly, last comment.
You know, even superstars like Kamal Hassan and Rajnikant, backed out. I mean, I think Vijay should remember that it's not so easy.
Yeah. He can learn lessons for sure from stories of success that superstars have tasted in politics and stories also of superstars who have kind of flopped in politics despite being legends, despite having massive, massive fan bases. Let's see how this develops. Like all of our panelists have been pointing out, we've got a long way to go in this journey, right up to the elections, say, in Tamil Nadu. A lot can change. You could see a lot of stances, ideologies perhaps also change in the coming months. Thank you very much to Veera Vigneshwaran, Kovai Satyan, as well as R.K. Upadhyay for joining us here on India Today. We're going to continue here on Super 6 every single day, getting you all the latest updates coming in from the state of Tamil Nadu, where politics is already heating up with months to go for the elections. April 2026 is when the elections are slated in Tamil Nadu. For nearly 2 weeks now, over 13 days and counting, a UK fighter jet, the F-35B, has been stationed in Thiruvananthapuram and has been undergoing repairs. And now you've got a statement that's come in from the UK where they've thanked India and confirmed right now that the F-35B will be moved to a hangar to avoid airport disruption. For the last many days, there have been reports suggesting that UK refused to allow the movement of its fighter jet into a hangar so they could continue to monitor it via their satellites. Now the confirmation coming in that UK has said the jet can be moved out to avoid disruption along the entire runway. There's been security round the clock being provided to this fighter jet at the Thiruvananthapuram airport. Remember, it was due to bad weather that this fighter was diverted. Indian authorities immediately gave the go-ahead, clearly highlighting the growing defence coordination between UK and India. The UK High Commission now in its statement has put out their gratitude, saying we're grateful to the Indian authorities for support, and they've confirmed that their fighter jet will now be moved to a hangar. Remember that for a fortnight now, UK's fighter jet, the F-35B, which is part of the UK Royal Navy, has been stranded in India, in Thiruvananthapuram, after it gave out an emergency call due to bad weather, seeking permission to land in India. The permission was immediately granted, and since then there have been questions of when the F-35B would take off again. Now the confirmation coming in that it will remain for some more time because there are repairs that are pending right now, and so for that to happen, you're going to be seeing the fighter being moved to a hangar now. Pranay Upadhyay of India Today Global is joining us on this broadcast. The UK High Commission putting out a statement now, Pranay, thanking the Indian authorities for all their support. For 13 days now and counting, this fighter jet has been stationed in Thiruvananthapuram, and there's been a lot of talk of how it's not been moved out with 24-bar security because the UK refused to allow it to be moved out of their site into a hangar.
Obviously, you're right, Akshita. It's a very sensitive machine, military, very costly and a sensitive military hardware, and that's why the UK authorities, the British Navy, thought that they would be able to repair it, but it is taking time, and that's why it is also blocking. It's on the civilian runway, it's on the Thiruvananthapuram airport, and that's why India has also urged, the Indian Navy is in touch with the British authorities, the Indian Air Force is also in touch with the British authorities, and that's why the Indian side has urged, British authorities to move this aircraft to an MRO facility, which is the maintenance, repair and overhauling facility at the Thiruvananthapuram airport for the better upkeep, and as well as if they require any help for there or to bring their engineers from UK, because it has been decided by the British authorities to bring their to fly their engineers from UK for the repair or the engineering whatever problem this has incurred, because we do not know what problem is there in that aircraft, but it is commissioned with the HMS Prince of Wales, which is in Indian Ocean region, and it got diverted and landed in Thiruvananthapuram airport on 14th of June, and since on 14th June onwards, this was stranded at the Thiruvananthapuram airport. Yeah. And now they have agreed, they have thanked the Indian authorities and decided to move it to an MRO facility at the airport.
So let's see how long it takes really for these repairs to be completed and when the jet will be able to head back to its base. Thanks, Pranay, for joining us with all of those details, the statement that's come now from the UK High Commission. Well, let's move on, get you that story from Karnataka. As promised, the crisis playing out at the Karnataka Congress. You've now got a minister, K.N. Rajanna, speaking publicly about a leadership change in the state while referring to a cabinet reshuffle. And since then, there's been all attempts at damage control mode. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has dismissed the allegations. You also had D.K. Shivkumar stepping in, saying, no, there's no truth whatsoever to any of these claims of a leadership change. Rajanna, however, maintains that there will be changes in the political scenario in a few months from now, saying after September it will happen. Now, G. Parameshwara, the Karnataka Home Minister, when asked about this, dismissed any such plans in the state. The reason there's been all of this buzz is because, mind you, when the Karnataka Congress came to power, there was speculation that the Congress leadership promised D.K. Shivkumar that it'd be a 50-50 CM term agreement. And so there's a lot of buzz that that's going to kick in now, all triggered right now by the Minister Rajanna's comments.
ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದಾವೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ. ಮೊದಲು 13ರಿಂದ 18ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು, ಈಗ ಪವರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದಾವೆ, 1, 2, 3 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಈ ಪವರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಜಂಜಾಟನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಸರ್ಕಾರವನ್ನ ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನ ನಡೆಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅನುಭವ ಇರಬಹುದು. 13-18 ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಬಹುತೇಕ ಜನರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದಿದೆ. ಪವರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟಿದಾವೆ.
ರಾಜಣ್ಣ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ, ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರ? ನೀವು ಊಹೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್. ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್. ನಾನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಜರ್ನಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಡಿಸರ್ವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ಡ್.
ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ನಂತರ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತುಗಳು ರಾಜಣ್ಣ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಸತೀಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಪವರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನನ್ನ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಅಂಥ ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಅವರವರ ತಿಳಿದಾಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ನಮಗೇನು ಅನಿಸಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥದ್ದೇನು ಆ ಥರ ಏನು ನಮಗೇನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ರೀ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂತ ಭಾರಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಹೇಳಿರಿ, ಭಾರಿ ಏನಾಗೋಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಭಾರಿ ಏನಾಗೋಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಭಾರಿ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
See, in Karnataka, after the Congress government came to power, there is internal fighting within the party. It was only a makeover or look-alike that we are united for all the general public who voted for the Congress government. After coming to power, they are looting the state of Karnataka, and it has become ATM of Congress party to build the party throughout India. So, in this regard, each and every ministry are making huge money. So, this is the basic problem of the Congress government in Karnataka.
देखिए, कर्नाटका गवर्नमेंट डेवलपमेंट गवर्नमेंट नहीं है. मैं प्रेसिडेंट बनना, मैं सीएम बनना, ऐसे विषय में ये कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट के समय दे रहा है और इम्पोर्टेंस दे रहा है. स्टेट के डेवलपमेंट में कुछ भी, कोई भी मिनिस्टर, कोई भी विधायक ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है. इसलिए ये इनका झगड़े में कर्नाटका का परिस्थिति बहुत हालत खराब हो चुका है.
In Karnataka, there's been some very, very worrying news about tiger deaths. This is in the Hills Wildlife Sanctuary, the Malay Mahadeshwara Wildlife Sanctuary. This is in the Chamarajanagar district in the Eastern Ghats. A mother tiger and 4 cubs were found dead under mysterious circumstances. 5 carcasses in all were recovered, and there's a suspicion that this tigress, as well as her cubs, were essentially poisoned to death. There is an investigation that's underway. The Forest Minister, along with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, have confirmed that they're looking into this issue. The government is taking it up very seriously. What's been alarming about this incident is that a half-eaten cow carcass was also discovered very close to where the body of the tigress and the cubs were found, which is why officials believe that this could have been a case of the tiger being poisoned. Miscreants may have laced the cow's remains, waiting for the tigress to return, tragically leading to her death as well as that of her cubs. Now, once they've confirmed that this is a case of poisoning done intentionally to kill the tigress, there could be disciplinary action also against the staff. Criminal proceedings could be kicked off if poisoning is confirmed. There are questions really against the staff also in this case of how something like this could have happened in a wildlife sanctuary under their watch.
ಅದನ್ನ ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬರಲಿ, ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪಿತಸ್ಥರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ರಮ. ಅದನ್ನ ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಂಕ್ವೈರಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬರಲಿ, ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪಿತಸ್ಥರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ರಮ.
All right, let's also get your news now from Andhra Pradesh, where there's been relief for former Chief Minister Jagan Reddy. The Andhra Pradesh High Court granting interim relief to Jagan Reddy. This is in the case of the death of a YSRCP supporter during his rally in Guntur. That horrifying incident of a supporter being run over by the former Chief Minister's convoy. Remember, it was on June 18th that 53-year-old Singaya was killed after one of the vehicles in Jagan's convoy ran him over during the rally. Now, while hearing a plea filed by Jagan Reddy seeking quashing of the FIR against him, the court cited inevitability of these kind of mishaps, saying and referring to the Mahakumbh, saying that despite all precautions, accidents happened there too. So essentially highlighting that this too was an accident, it was a mistake. The High Court has adjourned the hearing to July 1st, but clearly has instructed the police to refrain from taking any coercive action until then. So for the moment, there can be no action against Jagan Reddy. He cannot be arrested. Remember, he was booked in this particular case. All right, let's move on to some other stories of what's trending internationally. Anna Wintour has stepped down as the editor-in-chief of Vogue America after ruling the fashion world for more than 3 decades. This move is to give Wintour more flexibility to focus on her broader global responsibilities across Vogue's international editions. But her departure from the American edition signifies a generational shift in fashion journalism.
She's the original devil who wears Prada. Anna Wintour has ruled the fashion world for more than 3 decades. The woman behind the signature bob and ever-present Chanel Sunnies has stepped down as the editor-in-chief of Vogue US. Anna Wintour brought an end to her influential 37-year tenure that reshaped global fashion. According to reports, Wintour will retain her roles as Chief Content Officer for Condé Nast and Global Editorial Director of Vogue. The news quickly spread across the fashion world and social media with the phrase "Wintour is stepping down." After decades of groundbreaking vision, Wintour's departure from the American edition signifies a generational shift in fashion journalism. What's more, Vogue will retire the editor-in-chief title, replacing it with head of editorial content, which signifies a move designed to give Wintour more flexibility to focus on her broader global responsibilities across Vogue's international editions. For the unversed, Anna Wintour joined Vogue in 1983 as creative director and just 5 years later, in 1988, took over as editor-in-chief. Her very first cover, featuring model Michaela Bercue in faded jeans paired with a couture Christian Lacroix jacket, showcased her bold blend of streetwear and high fashion. That vision helped Vogue maintain cultural relevance for nearly 4 decades. So yes, the fashion icon isn't retiring, she's leveling up globally. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
And as always, let's get you a fact check of the day. Videos that are doing the rounds on the internet, not necessarily always showing you the fact of what's happening. Let's get you now one video that shows the Israeli police removing Indians from bomb shelter during the Israel-Iran conflict. At least that was the claim. And this video was doing the rounds along with it, saying Indians are being removed by the Israeli police from bomb shelters. What's the reality? Well, this video is actually from anti-government protests in Israel. It has no relation whatsoever to the Iran-Israel conflict. And no, it's not Indians being pulled out of a bomb shelter. Our daily reminder not to believe everything you see on social media. And here on India Today, we'll separate fact from fiction as always. That's all we have time for in this edition of Super 6. Thanks very much for tuning in.